Matthew Slattery will turn 13 on Thanksgiving. His youthful exuberance, caught on this video just months ago, is now at the very best held captive behind these frustrated eyes.
Bending.
It was August 16th. Matthew, his older brother Peter, and his mother Susan were driving back from a family reunion in Cleveland when a semi-truck slammed into the back of their car as they slowed for traffic. Susan, a well-known professor at Stevenson University, was killed almost instantly. Peter was badly injured but stable. Matthew's doctors say he lost 80% of his blood and suffered a traumatic brain injury.
Good job, buddy. See how long you can hold it. Hold it, hold it.
Excellent. Nice.
The pain may be just as evident in his father's eyes. Ed Slattery couldn't go on that trip to Ohio, yet his life was transported to a place he will never escape.
So you prioritize. You get the best information you can, and you make the decision, and then you live with it.
You're doing a lot of living with it.
An awful lot of settling for. You settle for. And what I'm settling for stinks.
While Ed's older son is walking again and back at school, his wife, his children's mother, is dead. Matthew, a ghost of what a 12-year-old should be.
Yes. Okay, hold your head. No, hold it up.
Matthew's accomplishments are limited to a slight nod or holding his head up.
Hi.
An epic battle between mind and body is waging in this child, blissfully unaware of what happened. Yet his father is fighting his own war on reality, grief, and at times desperation.
There's no compensation. There's no amount of grace on this planet that can compensate for losing my wife and more importantly, my children losing their mother. So I try to hold on to the graces. I try to recognize the graces, but I also know they're not enough.
Because none of it had to happen. The trucker who barreled into the Slattery family admitted to police he fell asleep at the wheel. While final reports are still pending, investigators found the trucker was still within the limits of drive time allowed by federal law. But it is that standard, experts say, kills 12 to 14 people a day.
These are rolling time bombs. Every time you see a truck on the highway, you have no idea whether a trucker's been driving for 5 hours or 15 hours.
Joan Claybrook is the former head of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and a well-known advocate for reducing the hours truckers can drive. Currently, the regulations dictate truckers can drive no longer than 11 hours with 10 hours off. But those regulations can change as early as next year. After several successful lawsuits by safety groups, the federal government is currently looking at how many hours a trucker can drive in any one given shift. That proposal could be made public any day now, and it could be the new standard in the industry no later than next July. According to a study by the National Transportation Safety Board, upwards of 40% of truck fatalities are caused by fatigue. 5,000 Americans die each year. Claybrook's group doesn't blame the drivers themselves, but the pay-by-the-mile structure, she says, encourages going faster and driving longer.
These are sweatshops rolling down the highway because the truck drivers don't have the control that they should, they don't get paid what they should, and so they work extra long hours and they exhaust themselves. And we're the people who are the victims.
The American Truckers Association disagrees, saying the current driving regulations work for the most part and have resulted in a 20% decrease in fatal truck crashes last year. The group also contends reducing drive time hours will cost Americans more for their goods.
Go, 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 go.
Good job, honey.
But the cost to Ed's family is quite literally more than he can bear.
Big sigh.
Big sigh.
Yeah. That's a small price to pay because the price I'm paying, the cost of having cheaper goods, I'm bearing that whole cost.
with literally a life and his child's innocence. In Baltimore, Brian Kubler,
Come back to Daddy.
ABC 2 News investigators.